My working started when I was faced with this question that how I can talk about the feelings I had after a loss, how to kind of make meaning in this void that followed the death of my sister. And I started working with her belongings, mostly her clothes. And these clothes have kind of transformed in my images, first as symbols of grief, where they were still intact, like as a burden or something I was trying to take off but couldn't. And then through act of cutting, they have become something else. And my images, they do reference to this tradition in my family that we have of making rugs out of unused clothes, these rag rugs. And for me, this weft, that is the cut cloth, and then also the rugs are present. And I'm showing this act of cutting as a kind of symbol for shedding skin, growing, giving up and letting go of the grief. So when I start off wearing a dress and then through a sequence of images, I'm completely naked through cutting this garment of myself. It symbolizes me this idea of becoming myself after this tragical, traumatic incident, but also as an act of growing, like animals, some like snakes do shed skin. And then in some images, these are symbols of the weft, the cloth wrapped in balls, or then this kind of flowing ribbon-like cut cloth. They are all kind of referencing my past of these things that I grew up with my mother and grandmother, but then they are translated into kind of more in a symbolic way for something kind of talking about all these kind of emotions I've had after her loss. The kind of journey of translating such a personal incident and intimate subject to something of an artwork for people to see was also one thing that has made the working kind of slow, that there was a lot of accepting I needed to do in order to show my body and show my emotions and show this vulnerability in my character that you don't usually see. But maybe this was a lesson I had to learn to become an artist, is that you can only talk about what you really know, and you can give to others something that you have experienced. So when I kind of understood that it's this kind of thing goes beyond me, and when translated to art is something other people can maybe find some solace in, it made it a lot easier. That kind of making this jump from an art student just dabbling with things to actually becoming an artist, I think I needed to make that jump and understand that the works I do, I don't own them anymore, that they do belong to people to see and to feel and to even criticize, even though the source is from the most kind of tragical and personal experience of my life I've ever had.